Welcome back to the highway to Infinity Rank. We are grinding for Infinity Rank in Nintendo Switch Sports Golf. This is a kind of a typical lobby for what I would find when I'm not in Discord trying to snipe other high-ranked players. We have 6 A players here and 1 C player. A random C player snuck in, but that doesn't change the mission today. Win some games. I want to get closer to S9. We have 11 here. I'm going to go 5 iron around 3 dots of power. Slightly above 3. Okay, we were about 2-3 feet to the left there. And we end up 10 feet past the hole. It actually wasn't that good of an approach. Power would have been okay if I had the aim, but let's tap this in for birdie. Which we do. So good birdie on 11 there. I do like 5 iron these days. I've been going, well, when pins at the back, like 3 dots on the 5 irons, pretty standard power if you're trying to get the hole in one. Unfortunately, the 2-mile-an-hour crosswind kind of messed me up a little bit there. Now we're going to be tied for first, 10 points, 3 pars there, so we might actually see 3 people eliminated at the end of this round. I mean, I know, like, the standard, it's 3 people eliminated in round 1, 2 eliminated in round 2, but I feel like more often than not, it's not 3 people eliminated in round 1, it's less, just because there's often ties for an elimination spot. I don't think I can make this. I think the headwind's too strong, but I do have best tee position to make it. But still, I don't think I would make it. See, there's a lot of people going for it. Pretty sure I'll just go around. That's already 2 OBs.
Nice shot.
And I'm in the tree, but doesn't matter. I'm going to be trying to land before the next patch of rough anyway, so the fact that I'm in the rough here doesn't really matter. Now, it's almost max wind, but I think the chip onto the green is going to be relatively straightforward. I think the wind looks like it's pretty flat. Like it's not going to be a lot of direction, maybe just some. Going to be mostly power here. I'm thinking backspin's probably a safe play because pin's at the front.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So obviously with the wind, you're not able to putt for an eagle on this hole. So birdie on 12, it's fine with these conditions. Which we do get. So that's going to be 20. Obviously, I'm assuming there's going to be other birdies here, but I did see a lot of OBs. So honestly, there's a chance that I have solo lead. Okay, so 2 of the players in the first dropping off. And so we're going to be tied still on 20 points with 2 other players. Now, remember, Esther was it a C player or a D player? But Esther's on 17, which means the players I'm tied with are A rank. Not that it really matters too much. We got 16 here. We will take the shortcut. I might try to, well, we'll just take the shortcut here. As per normal, wind's pushing a little bit right to left.
Nice shot.
Okay, there's no way, right? Okay, there is a way. This is not a hard shortcut to take with this wind.
Nice shot.
That is unfortunate, though. I just... Like, he's free. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to be... Unless I can chip this in, which I might be able to, but green is, like, aggressively right to left here. It's either a chip and par or a tap in bogey. And if I get a bogey, I might be 5 points down to an A player. If I lose this game, I would lose a ton of rank. That was actually pretty poor. 9 further, we'll get this bogey here. I would not expect myself to go OB on 16 with 4 mile-an-hour wind. That's kind of a pretty big mistake. Am I going to be 5 points down? I am. So, Mr. Big Dog holds a 5-point lead. Now, like I said, being in a lobby with all A ranks, if I lose this game, even get second, I will lose a ton of rank. So, and I'm not even in a position where it's like 3 points down, just 1 stroke, and I've made a comeback. I'm literally 5 points down. That's 2 strokes. We have 18 here. Okay, man. That's lucky because the red bar is like pretty flat. If it went hard to the right or left, I probably would have been OB. I don't know what's going on, but I need a eagle here just to stay in the game. Give myself a chance. Buddy in first, probably gonna eagle, but even if he gets a birdie and I get an eagle, I'd still be 1 point down, so I think eagle, I have a chance still. If I miss and get birdie, the game's over, I just lose. No, I cannot get a birdie here. Albatross, though. Albatross would put me in a really good position, so at the bare minimum, we need eagle, but we will see what we can do here. Power-wise, I'm gonna go between, like, 3.5 and full power on the 3-iron.
Nice shot.
Dude in first did get a birdie, actually. I guess that does help. Is that just in? Oh, baby.
Chipping.
Bang! Albatross, hole 18. 1 hole after getting a bogey on 16. What a clutch. What a comeback. And dude in first got a birdie, so that's just going to put me right back in first, literally after going OB on 16. That was a beautiful albatross, like perfect. 18, 6 mile-an-hour crosswind. That wasn't a gimme by any means, but dang, that was clutch. Very, very clutch. And that's nice, because if dude got a eagle in first, I would have been 1 point down, but now I have a 3-point lead going into the finals. I feel pretty good about my position. I'm definitely not losing this game, especially after that scare on 16. I will focus up here. We have, okay, 21 hard left to right wind. We're not going to be able to be in a position where we can putt for birdie.
Nice shot.
I'll just go into the cliff here. Like, the wind pushed me. If I got more aggressive curve, I just wouldn't have been able to generate enough power, so all of us are going to be screwed. I just have to make sure I can get onto the fairway from here and put myself in a position to get a par. If I chip this, I might go into that tree, so... Okay, I was expecting way more power there. Honestly, I thought that spoon I would be very much on the fairway, and then I could have chipped onto the green, putt for par. But now it seems like I'm playing for bogey, in a position where I don't have a clear shot onto the green. Honestly, I think I'm going to try to bounce my ball off of that cliff, and then bounce it onto the green. Okay, never mind. I think you could see what I was trying to do there, though. Bounce it off that, like, the point of that cliff, and then get a nice bounce onto the green. This is fine, though. Bogey from dude in second. Yeah, okay, what a final hole, hey. What a final hole.
Nice approach.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter, though, the score here, getting 5 points. A win is a win, and I mean, all of us got bogey on this hole anyway. It was a tricky hole, but I think we probably should have gotten par. But in the end, it's going to be a 3-point victory, a 48-point performance after 2 bogeys and an albatross. Not going to worry too much about the score. A win is a win. I'm fine with that. We'll gain a little bit of rank here. I do want to get closer to S9. I want to get back there soon, so this isn't going to be a lot of rank, but it'll be some. Barely some, but it is some, so that was an interesting game. Very nice comeback. We'll see you guys in game number 2. Game number 2 here after a crazy comeback last game. It's a bit of a better lobby, not too high rated, some interesting names, I will say. Nice to see a few S players here, but it's like, at the very least, since it's not that high of a rated lobby, at least we have somewhat amusing usernames. We got the Triple Gramps, who is D player. So hole 7 here, pins on the left. I will be doing spoon. To see if I can get a chip and eagle. This is actually like 2 days later from that last game you just watched. I took a break on the weekend so I could watch NFL playoffs. I said this like last video. I don't follow NFL and I didn't watch a single regular season game, but I've watched every single playoff game.
Nice shot.
As is for a lot of sports, I don't really care to follow regular season for many sports or many leagues. But something about playoff or like tournament atmosphere, the intensity,
Nice
the
on.
competition is just like so good. I'll watch a lot of sports in the playoffs or like major tournaments. Like major curling tournaments, dude, I will be glued to the TV screen. So starting in hole 7 here, easy birdie. Couldn't quite get it right with the spoon there. I have been liking spoon quite a lot with left side pin position, but I was a little bit farther back than I would have liked to be, so power was a little more tricky. But again, it's a safe birdie, so that's fine. And you know what? There is a bit more rank up for grabs here compared to last game, so I do have to focus up. I cannot afford 2 bogeys in this game because I do want the rank. It's going to be at least more than last game. So tied on 10, 3-way tie. Triple Gramps actually, the D player with a birdie on 7, which is pretty good. I still do, but I used to struggle on hole 7 so much. It used to be so hard for me to get a par. It still is sometimes. So we got 8 here. Should I just do spoon again? Honestly, I don't really use spoon in this hole, but I think I'll do it since I did it last hole. I mean, let's just keep the spoon theme going. Maybe we can use a spoon on every hole of this game. Generally, for hole 8, you only want to go spoon, pin at the back, and a little bit short there. And generally, you want about 2.2 dots of power, like roughly. A little bit shorted there. It's a sub 10-foot approach, but this is not an easy putt on the side hill. I think I can still sink it, but it's not a gimme. Oh yeah, that's actually fine.
Nice birdie.
Good birdie on 8, good birdie on 7. Good 20 points. Alright, so 4 birdies there, but only 1 birdie from a player who was tied for first, which is me. So going to be a 3-point lead going into the semis here, which is nice. Obviously last game I was down, but this game I am up, which is nice. We'll see if we can hold out the lead. We got 10 here. I don't really know about continuing that spoon plays.
Nice shot.
Like, to spoon onto the green from here would be pretty risky because we have no idea what the roll is going to be like. Hole 10, if you go 7-iron and you land on the fringe, you will get launch rolled. Don't really know if it's the same for the spoon, but I should probably just, you know, play it safe here, go 9-iron. Like, I don't know what I would do. Under 1 dot here, and just try to roll up to the pin. Probably just go 3-iron though, backspin. A little bit under 3 dots. And that will be just fine.
Nice on.
Enough to maintain my lead. Birdie here, maintain the lead. Like, if I can finish with 50, the chances of me winning are probably pretty high. Unless, of course, someone gets a chip and eagle somewhere.
Nice birdie.
But since we had 10, and since we had 7 and 8 first, we're probably going to get hole 12 next. It's either going to be 11 or 12, but since we haven't had a par 5 this game, it's probably going to be 12. Now, last hole 12 last game, it was pretty poor wind conditions, but if they're favorable this time, we could get an eagle. Put ourselves in prime position going into the final, still holding a 3-point lead, everybody out of birdie there. It is 12, my psychic powers are infinite 49, and we do have wind. It's going to be, we can totally take the shortcut here. It looks like it's going to be a little bit tricky though. Yeah, okay, so here, I just have to make sure I don't hit that tree up ahead.
Nice shot.
Would have liked to go a little more to the right, but I didn't want to risk going into that tree. Ooh, and this is going to be really close. Okay, barely. Barely staying on the green, but nice. Or the fairway, what am I saying? The green. But here we go. Chance for an eagle. 3-iron's definitely the play here. And with strong wind, especially crosswind, honestly, if you can just get on the green in 2, I'm considering that a success, so...
Nice shot.
Power-wise, I think I'm fine here. Just 3-iron with backspin. Okay, you're going to be a little off on the wind adjustment, but that's actually fine. For that wind, I am totally okay with a 12-foot approach. I think that's really good. And a bit left to right, but we should tap this in for eagle. And like I said, this will put us in prime position going into the final. Yeah, good 14 points. We will see what everybody else gets, but I'll probably still be 3 points up. Alright, 4 birdies there, so 4-way final. I am 3 points up. I feel pretty good because if I get a par and someone else gets a birdie, I will still be going to a closest to pin, so it's almost as if I have like 2 chances at a win here. I could birdie this special hole 19, and I would probably win. I don't think anyone's getting an eagle here, although it's possible. So I could birdie this to win, or even if I don't birdie, I can still win at a closest to pin. So in a very good position here, we have hole 19. Not strong wind either. Okay, don't think I gave it enough power there off the tee. Let's see. Like from here, you want to go 3-iron onto the green, but I actually don't know if I might be too far back here. Yeah, I don't think I can get it to the pin with a 3-iron. Problem is if I go spoon, I risk going way too far, so
Nice shot.
we will stick with a 3-iron. I'll land on the green nonetheless, but yeah, as you can see, not going to get it there. But I gave myself a chance for a birdie. 20-footer. Again, if I went spoon, might have had a better approach. Might have had a completely worse approach. So, and again, feel pretty safe in this moment. I think birdie or par, I'll still have a chance at winning. Okay, and the door is open. If one of these players wants to come in and get a birdie, they will go to closest to pin. There is a birdie from Gramps. The D player, actually, nonetheless. So that's kind of good performance from the D player, honestly. I wonder if he's either, like, just really good at the game, or maybe he's playing on an alt. Kind of like what I'm doing. Either way, we have a battle of the grandfathers inning closest to pin, and there is 2 missed putts, which means it's just going to be the 2 grandfathers in a playoff, in a tiebreaker. So last game, I was the one making the comeback. This game, somebody was making a comeback on me. So game is now tied. 51 points. It's an okay score. It's pretty, I would say, pretty average for the seed that we got. And off to closest to pin. If I lose this game to a D player, I will lose a ton of rank. So I cannot lose this game. Gotta make sure I focus up on this closest to pin on this playoff and put it in very close, secure the win. We've hole 2, 20-mile-an-hour wind. Pins at the back, so I'm not really liking backspin here. Wind elevation, maybe like 3 dots on the 9-iron, maybe like a little bit more. Try to bounce on the fairway, roll right up to the pin kind of thing. Okay, Gramps I saw him going backspin there, which definitely isn't the play. Okay, he actually hits the pin, which is crazy. That pin's gonna throw his ball well far away, so I did take the win there. That was interesting, though. He had perfect aim. Gotta commend Gramps, the D player, for having perfect aim there. Although he didn't hit the pin there, he was going well into the rough, so 11 foot away from me wasn't the best, but it was enough to get the win. A bit of a scare. A bit of a scare in a playoff with the D player. GG's, but we do secure the win. That's 2 and 2 for the video. It's a bit more ranked than last time. I want to get closer to S9, so let's jump into a third game here, and I will see you there. Alrighty, game number 3 here after 2 pretty good games. Comebacks on both ends of the players' previous games. We got Gramps again, D player, who I just beat. We find Neil, an S4 player, and I think there are a couple other S players as well, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it's no stacked lobby, it's no high-ranked lobby, but that's fine. Let's try to win this one out, try to get a bit more rank, put myself closer to S9. Hole 8. With this wind right off the bat, I'm thinking full power 7 with backspin.
Nice shot.
And it looks That's actually fine.
Nice on.
Pretty aggressive bounce to the left there from the fringe, but I actually don't mind this position at all. Putting for birdie on a tricky hole 8. A bit left or right. Yeah, good birdie there. Good 7-iron play. I mean, there's no way I was going spoon on, with this condition like I did last hole 8. The tailwind would have carried me like way too far. And I had no idea what power to do with the spoon, so good 7-iron play, good 10 points. We already had one disconnection, it looks like. Already, only one birdie there. 2 pars. What was that, 2 bogeys? A double and a triple, and a disconnection. So the first game of this video, I was tied for first, and then I fell behind, and I had to make a comeback. Second game, I was in first, and I let someone else back in. This game, I'm in first after the first hole of the game, and I hope I can just play well and just hold on to the win the entire game, get some more rank. We have 9 here. Love this wind.
Nice shot.
It will allow us to get onto the green in 2, so we can putt for an eagle. Issue here is that the pin is being guarded by that bunker, so likely I'm going to have to go pretty far to the left. Try to land between the 2 front bunkers there on that little fairway patch, so I can bounce onto the green. If I do that, I'll be pretty left of the pin, but I will be on the green and I will have a chance to putt. So if I try to carry the front bunker in line with the pin, I'll probably just go way too far past. So I think this is the better play here, is to get the correct power and the wrong aim.
Nice shot.
Versus the other way around, so perfect power. Kind of exactly what I wanted, and yeah,
Nice
pretty much exactly what I wanted there. Perfect power, bounce on the fairway and onto the green, but here we are. This was always going to be the problem, is the being left of the pin. Okay, that dude just chipped it in for eagle, and I just missed my eagle putt. If he is one of the players that got par last hole, he's going to be in first. If he got a bogey or worse, I'll still be in first here if I sink this birdie putt, which I should.
Nice birdie.
And wow, just like that, I let the Breakfast Club back in the game. Literally 1 hole after jumping out to a first place. And did I not just say at the beginning of hole number 9 that I want to just play a good game and hold out the win all the way to the end, secure some rank? But here I am yet again in a position where I need to make a comeback. It's kind of been a common theme in the previous, or just recently in recent videos.
Nice shot.
And I now have some work to do. And I now have some work to do yet again for first place. Actually, that's been the thing. All of the videos I've had to put in the work to get first. So we have 1 here. It'll be 2 or 3 next. And then a random final hole. I have to make a chip somewhere if I want to win. Or the Breakfast Club has to make a mistake somewhere, which I don't really want to rely on. And, ooh. Nice power. Poor aim. Tap this in for birdie. There's no way. Players are getting anything other than a birdie here, or worse than a birdie. Yeah, there's no surprise there. So I am 1 point down from first, and third is 1 point down from me. 29, 30, 31. Neil must have gotten a bogey on hole 8 and then a eagle on hole 9. And then a birdie to put himself at 29, which is an interesting score. But we do have 3 here. Does not look like the easiest chip in eagle conditions, so
Nice shot.
I'll try, but I'll have to make a prediction that standings are going to stay the exact same after this hole, which is going to leave it up to the final if I want to make a comeback and win.
Nice shot.
So for the eagle here, is full power 9-iron too much? I wonder if it is. I might bounce over the hole.
Nice shot.
Okay, no, it would not. It actually might have been... Honestly, it might have been perfect power. Full power on the 9 there. It was really strong headwind. Should have thought that went through a little bit longer, or a little bit better. I don't think this breaks too much. Yeah, not at all. So another hole down, another birdie. But that's another hole where I don't get a chip and eagle. The breakfast boy's probably going to sink this putt, so... Like I was predicting at the beginning of this hole, we're probably just going to the finals 1 point down. Yeah, good putt there. And yeah, so standings are going to be the same. 41, 40, 39. The final hole is everything. Any one of us could win this, but we're all that close. Like if one player gets a chip in, okay, it's hole 4. So if one player gets a hole in 1, the other 2 get a birdie, that player wins. One player gets a birdie, the other 2 get a par, that player wins. For myself, falling to first, the breakfast guy gets a birdie, which I think he should. I'm going to need a hole in 1. This is a really difficult seed, though, actually. Wind, left to right wind, and a headwind. This is actually pretty tricky. Wouldn't be surprised to see a par here. Need 3-iron, for sure, but the question is how much. Probably a little over 3.5. And the wind left to right usually blows you way farther than you think on hole 4, so I've got to keep that in mind. Adjust way more to the left than I think.
Nice shot.
Honestly, that's kind of to be expected with this conditions. Go in the hole. Imagine.
Nice.
Imagine. Literally imagine a hole in 1 final hole when I need to come back with on hole 4, 29-mile-an-hour wind. That would be insane. It's almost too good to ask for. But what a good approach. I'm very happy with that approach, given the hole, the wind. And there's a... yeah. I think we actually might win this. Neil with the par. Wow. Is the final hole. I steal the win. For the second game of the video, I make a comeback to win, but this time it goes all the way to the final, which is a little bit sketchy. A straight 50 points. There it is. Consistency is key. Birdie on every hole this round. Both those players actually eagled hole 9, but they parred or bogeyed 2 other holes. So, man, what a performance today. That was, well, today and 2 days ago. But there should be a decent amount of rank. Hopefully. Okay, it's an okay. We are actually getting quite a bit closer to S9, though. I think in the next couple episodes I can get back to S9. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.